What is up, Dynasty fam? Thank you guys for tuning in. Today, going to be talking to you about my 5 top rookies that I want to acquire before the season starts. I know the season is already going to start in a couple of days, right? One day actually, but if you see this video, I think it's still going to be useful for you heading into week 2 because I think these are some players that we can have opportunity early on, and I think that their value will go up early on in the season. So, starting off, again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Starting off with my number 5 player, it's going to be running back Tyjae Spears. So, Tyjae Spears, guys, I mean, he's already shown good promise, already playing and mixing it in with the starters right in preseason. Earned 14 to 16 snaps that last preseason game, and he's just having a good camp and impressing, just making play after play. Had that touchdown run. So right now, guys, I know Derrick Henry last year had 350 carries, right? We all know that he's aging. We've been waiting for that cliff to happen, right? Hasn't really happened. Got injured a little bit last year, but that's a lot of carries, man. That's a big workload to have on Derrick Henry, on your aging running back. So they've never really had a running back like Tyjae Spears behind Derrick Henry, someone that can come in. The talent that he has, guys, to come in and really just lighten the load a little bit for Derrick Henry and really bring a benefit to that offense, right? To come in and not just someone just to fill in, but someone that can actually come in and make some plays on the ground and also in the passing game. So unlike like Haskins, right, that they had last year. So I think he can earn some snaps already week 1 in Tennessee, guys. And at worst, you're looking at the aging Henry. If the cliff does happen, right, or injuries with that heavy workload that he's been having, you're looking at just a high value handcuff in Tyjae Spears in a good run heavy offense. So Tyjae Spears is definitely someone that I'm trying to acquire before the season starts. So send out some trades. I think he's still a little bit undervalued. I think you can get him for a good price still. So coming in at number 4, guys, I have Roschon Johnson, UT zone. And really, Roschon, guys, I mean, I just like him as a player, right? I am from Texas, but just a tough physical runner. He's already out carried Foreman, guys, in the preseason. So we'll see how that translates early on in the season. But right now, Khalil Herbert hasn't been really battle tested yet, right? I know a lot of people are thinking, hey, he's gonna have a big workload due to some of the things they saw in preseason, but I don't know, guys. I'm just a little bit leery or hesitant in that sense or that regard because he's only had slightly over 100 carries in both of his last 2 seasons, right? He had like 103, then like 129 was his most carries he had. That was last season. And even in that, guys, he got hurt, right? He missed 4 games last season. So the NFL, right, it's a tough game, tough physical game, especially for the running back position. So I think right now already, though, Roschon's going to get some opportunity in that backfield. So Roschon, we know he's a big dude, man, 225, 6 foot. He's a good pass protector, and I think that's someone that you're going to want on the field versus the 5'9", Khalil Herbert protecting Justin Fields. So I think he's already been earning some third down snaps in preseason and had some pass plays already. So I think he's going to be on the field already. And I think they'll give him some carries as well. He's looked good on the ground. So just someone that I think that is going to have opportunity in that backfield. And again, if something happens to Khalil Herbert, definitely has some huge upside. So something to monitor, but definitely someone that I want to try to grab if I can early on, right? He was only a second round pick for most people. So if you can throw, like if you're a contending roster, right, you can throw your late second and maybe a small piece. I definitely don't mind doing that before the season starts because he's somebody that could be really a lottery ticket for you later on down the season. All right, guys. So coming in at number 3. Now, this player is someone that just really rose at the Senior Bowl, but Luke Musgrave, guys, and he really had a quiet college season, but he's just someone that's just continued to improve. 6'6" athletic monster, guys, out of Oregon State. But he already showed that he can compete against really the best of them, right, at that Senior Bowl. He lit it up there, right? And he's already doing the same thing in the NFL. Right now, he's had a good camp. He's developed some good chemistry also with Jordan Love. And even in the preseason, he's shown some good flashes already, right, of that chemistry and just making plays. He's able to earn targets already, right? A couple of series with the first team, right? Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs are all out there. And Luke Musgrave earned a couple of targets. So definitely something to keep an eye on, guys. And really, the biggest thing you're talking about week one opportunity is it's just instant opportunity for Musgrave, guys. He's going to be on the field, right, for a majority of the snaps. He's going to be running routes for them. They don't have Christian Watson already ruled out for week one. And then you're going to have also Romeo Dobbs as well might be out. So Luke Musgrave, someone that I'm definitely going. If you want to put Jaden Reed on here, right, you also could as well. But Luke Musgrave is someone that I think, for just a really undervalued tight end right now, especially for the opportunity that he's going to have early on, right? I think Laporta was already getting some buzz, right? Week one, he only got, I think it was three, and Laporta looks good, right? I like Laporta a lot. Got 3 targets or a couple, I think it was 5 targets, 3 receptions, something like that. I think Musgrave could outperform him week one, right? Just because the opportunity that he's going to have. So, someone that I think his stock could rise instantly right after game one. So now moving into my number two player that I'm trying to acquire, or number two rookie, and that's going to be Josh Downs. Now, Josh Downs was one of like my favorite wide receivers, guys. When I was looking at the wide receivers, right, watching some of the film, but he's just a solid wide receiver, guys. Really polished already. He's got great footwork. He just gets open, man. Earns that set or creates that separation very easily. So he's going to be playing in the slot, guys, there in Indianapolis, where pretty much he played the majority of his college career. So he just fits right in, right? I think he's a perfect fit there. And I think he's already better than Alec Pierce, guys. I mean, I like Alec Pierce too. I mean, he's undervalued as well. He's a little dart throw that you could throw for cheap, but right now, if I'm going to bet on it, guys, I would bet on Josh Downs right now, guys. So I think he's already going to overtake, Alec Pierce as the wide receiver two in that offense for the Colts, right? And right now he's wide receiver 56, right? Josh Downs is wide receiver 56 on Keep Trade Cut. Marvin Mims is wide receiver 39. I like Marvin Mims and Jonathan Mingo, guys, but they're a little bit higher. I think Mingo's like 41 there, something like that, right behind Mims. But I think this gap should not be this wide, right, between Josh Downs and Marvin Mims. I think Josh Downs has similar opportunity, right? Different players, right? Maybe different play styles because Mims is going to have that stretch the field. I think Downs can beat you deep though too, man. He's very quick and he can get open as well down the field. So I just think that right now, Josh Downs is someone that I'm interested in. I think with that Colts offense and with the rookie QB, Anthony Richardson, guys, Josh Downs is going to be getting open early and often in that slot. And I think he could be where Anthony Richardson could be targeting, right, as he settles into the NFL game. I think that they're going to be creating plays that are just going to be quick, right, a little bit conservative, some quick hitters, and I think that could favor Josh Downs in that Indianapolis Colts offense. So he's just someone that I wanted to take a stab at, right, because I think he's still cheap. He was a second-round pick too. So someone, if I can get him before the season starts, he's somebody that I'm definitely interested in because he's definitely a talented wide receiver. So moving into my number one player for the rookies, guys, that I'm trying to acquire right now. And it's similar to what I'm saying with Josh Downs, but I think the market is just off on this player right now. And that is Zach Charbonnett, guys. So right now, right, he was actually just came out too that he was the RB3 on the depth chart, on the official depth chart. So if someone reads into that a little too much, it may be a little bit of a buy window that you can get him for, right? People paid more than likely a late first for him. If I'm a competing team, I don't mind throwing that late first. I usually try to throw seconds, guys, in a player, right, and try to get a little discount. But either way, guys, I think right now the gap really between him and Gibbs is massive, guys. Gibbs is RB3. Some people say RB1, right, RB2, but for sure, Keep Trade Cut has him at Gibbs as the RB3. Charbonnet, though, is the RB20. So I think that's just a big difference in terms of dynasty value. And right now, guys, you have Kenneth Walker, right? He's dealing with some groin injuries already. And we've even seen Seattle deploy like with Penny Carson, right? He'll have a little duo there in Seattle. And Gibbs in week one already, guys, 2 targets, 7 carries. Gibbs looked great, guys. This is not a knock on Gibbs, but he had 9 touches, right? 2 targets. I can see Charbonnet getting more targets than that already, right? Week one. And then as far as carries, I mean, Seattle loves to run the ball. I mean, can he get more than 9 touches week one? We'll see. But I wouldn't be shocked if he did, right? Or even if he matches that. So I think, the workload for Gibbs, we've already seen it with Swift, guys. I like Gibbs a lot, but his role will increase. But I mean, he's not going to be taking over like a massive amount of the backfield, in my opinion, guys. We'll see. But Charbonnet right now could be off to a better start based on just the opportunity, and we'll see if something happens with Kenneth Walker or even if he suits up. But Charbonnet could just, like I said, just be off to a hot start week 1, and the value could increase for sure right out of the gate. So either way, I think it's just a misprice right in our community and in the dynasty community, and that's someone right now that I'm interested in taking a stab at for sure. So right there, guys, those are my 5 players. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys liked it. If you guys like Dynasty Fantasy Football, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out some of our other videos. Thanks.